Sejam todos muito bem-vindos a mais um Missioncast. Hoje eu estou com o Alberto Alonso aqui para nos contar um pouco sobre sua história. Ele que é diretor do Impact Hub aqui em Madrid, diretor de parcerias e público-privados aqui. A gente vai estar fazendo esta edição em inglês para facilitar aqui a língua e vamos começar. Alberto Alonso de la Fuente is the director of public-private partnerships at Impact Hub Madrid and is one of the partners at Impact Hub Donostia. He's also a volunteer with Economistas Sem Fronteiras and a musician in the band Not For Sale. As a professor in Madragon University as well. And additionally, he is a columnist in El Diario ES and is passionate about cycling.
I am.
Yeah, so welcome to our conversation, and thank you for receiving us here, for welcome us here. And well, we were in conversation before, and you were telling us about your story. And this is an amazing story. I would like to share with people that is listening us how is your journey about your story as well, how you get at Impact Hub, and how it was the journey of your purpose in life. Crossing joining the personal and also professional career.
Well, first of all, thank you so much for being here today. I'm very glad you come and visit Pi. I think everything started in 2008. I just finished my university, and it was the financial crisis storming up, and I just left the country. I went to England to try to find a job and to start working. And at some point, I felt pointless in my career, so I decided to move, and I decided to start working in cooperation. For this, I went to Thailand to work with Burmese refugees in a refugee camp. And at some point, I just fell in love with Impact. At that time, I didn't know about entrepreneurship, but I connected so hard with the purpose in my life, and I wanted just to help others, or try to develop my professional career doing this at least, not resting to people, but summing up to people. So then I changed country quite a lot of times. I also was living 6 years in Latin America. I live in Chile. I became an entrepreneur in Chile, and also work with cooperation there in public schools. And at some point, I just went back to Europe. I made it for the reason that I think is more important in life. I made it for love. I fell in love of a woman, and I changed continent. And I went to live in Donostia, in the Basque Country, a small region between France and Spain.
Close to the ocean?
Yeah, close to the ocean. And I was, looking for jobs, and one day I stopped by Impact Hub Donostia, and I started speaking with a cooperativist that was there, and he invited me to join the community of Impact Hub Donostia. This was the second time I fell in love, because I absolutely fell in love with social entrepreneurship as a tool to transform our world and to transform our context. So I started working at some point at Impact Hub Donostia, and later on I became a cooperativist, part of the cooperative, and now I own Impact Hub Donostia with my colleagues, and I'm very proud of it. And in the way, Impact Hub Madrid reached me to embark in a new challenge, which was open Impact Hub Barcelona, that I did in 2020. And then coming back to Madrid to develop all the public alliances and work with governments mainly. And this is what I'm doing right now in my career. And I'm very proud of it because finally I consider that people and purpose and also planet is in the center of my professional career and is what I like the most.
Mm-hmm. Amazing. And I've seen that you have a passion specifically by regenerative and cycling. I think it's related to the cycling, the cycling in bikes, and also the recycling and everything, the regenerative theme that is so important to. What have you been working in, or what your view about it?
Well, at some point, entrepreneurship and economy in general must be sustainable. But to be honest, nowadays, sustainable is not enough because we are not changing as fast as the planet needs. We are not changing as fast as society needs. Mm-hmm. So sustainable is not enough. We have to become regenerative. We need to not just to be sustainable, but to create positive impact. For this, there are rules to design business models in order to become regenerative, and also projects. So the last 2-3 years, I've been just reading about it, feeling very excited and inspired about it. And nowadays, from Impact Hub Madrid, we are running several programs that are like pushing forward the regenerative entrepreneurship and trying to create a pool of impact makers all across Spain in order to contribute to regenerative, not just the country and the economy, but also the planet.
Oh, that's amazing. And tell us more about your adventure, about the trip that you did, interviewing a lot of people in a bike, by bike. So it was amazing. And since we are in a podcast van and traveling around Europe, we have a lot to learn with you as well. So I'll be happy to hear from you about.
Everything started with this regenerative approach. At some point, I connected this with local impact because, at the top, institutions, governments, they need to work very hard and align. But to be honest, revolution, it will come in the local. So I wanted to see local because if I turn on the TV, I just see war, I see anger, I see a lot of people having arguments. I see a lot of bad things, and I just was wondering, is that real? Is the real of the continent? Is the real of Europe? So I wanted to give myself a present for my 40s, and I decided to give myself a trip, and I decided to go to Paris from Madrid, cycling. I chose a bike to travel with because bike is good enough to stop by and to feel what you have around. Also, it's quite fast because I could have been walking, but I don't have enough holidays for walking. So
for sure do not have many problems to park. As we have been here in Madrid. Oh my God, it's so challenging.
I imagine.
Yeah.
Bicycle no need parking, and it's a very good tool to know territories, to know people, and to meet everything. So in the way I mapped the way all across Spain and France, and I found different projects and businesses that have a systemic approach. They are creating systemic impact in their territories. So they are not just creating wellness or creating impact, but they are also transforming the whole territory, the region. So I select many of them, and I pass by, meet the founders, understand the business, and I believe now, when I finished, it was 25 days trip. I did this trip to understand. I didn't know, but now I know, to understand better. And I think I'm happy with the result, because now I see, despite all the anger in the media, all the anger in politics, we have a Europe in the local that is changing and is creating a transition that is working. And this is because we are transforming our culture, we are transforming the way we consume, we are transforming the way we look and need things in life, and we are just innovating. And this is in the local boundary, and this is what I saw. So I went back very happy, also, very positive about our future.
So you've seen the root of the transformation growing in each place, but also connected, right? What I get very impressed is that the connections, how they can make the systems to work on. This is one of the things that we have as purpose in our trip as well. And how different places, different people has been working in their challenge. A lot of times is similar, and how they create the systems that with the locals and with the government and with the companies around to make it grow, to make it flourish as well. So this really impressed me. And what is your conclusion about what makes the systems to run, to
flip?
To flip, yes.
Very interesting your reflection, because it is a theory of systemic change. You can change the system in many ways. I like to highlight the power of local to create systemic change. And different dots connected, as you said, connected, coordinated. In the bottom, they can change the system. It is physics, So, yes, social is not as mathematics, but I believe in the power of local, and I believe in this systemic change coming from the bottom and going bottom up, We are all see how institutions and companies, governments, they are all working at the top, and they are, setting the laws, investing in green energy, in transition. This is okay and is necessary, but it will never be accomplished if we don't create this power from the local. And this is what I went to see and to understand in my trip. And guess what? Good news. We are doing this. and I hope you see the same in your trip, because you are going to travel the whole Europe, and you are going to visit a lot of people creating impact, and I love to make an interview to you when you finish your trip.
Oh, nice. For sure.
To see how,
one more chapter.
Yes, to see how you decided and what you saw, and what's your conclusion about it, the power of local, the power of impact makers in every little town, in every little city.
Yeah. And well, it converses with I have inside, because what I lived in 10 years of company, working in a multinational company, is that the difficulty of the companies to reach the social, especially the ESG, the S, and the social, is very difficult for them, because it comes from local. It comes from each person in there. It comes from community. And this is what we are trying to create with mission makers, doing this, not only during this trip, but because this trip launched the community, but we believe in the power of the community, in the power of each people in there. And I would like to know more in the sense of community about the Impact Hub.
Yeah.
So how do you work in this community here to build them, to help them to grow, to this small business to scale and to reach the impact that they're proposed to do as well?
We say here, whatever is the question, community is the answer. And the place we are at, it is a place that is complex, but the value proposal is very simple, which is together we are stronger. And this is why social entrepreneurs, environmental entrepreneurs come here, work every day from here, because they share resources. They also share when they are sad, or when they had a bad day, or when they are very close to fail, because a lot of people fail here. But also they share their success. Finally, community is the answer. As you said before, community, it is a net that makes you not fail as if you were alone. So from Impact Hub, we just create this nest where everybody is welcome, and these spaces, like the other 120 Impact Hubs in the world, we focus in people here to feel good and to have everything they need to become successful. Their success is also our success. And I'll tell you more. It is a good idea, an Impact Hub, because we are in 68 countries. And our network is an organic network. We don't have anyone at the top. We gather in an assembly, the 130 Impact Hubs, and we take decisions about our network. We share the brand and the values, and we coordinate a worldwide strategy that later on, in the local context, all of us create impact through the strategy, So it is, we are connected. Anyone in the world can open an Impact Hub. You have to present a candidature. You have to pass a process, but it's an inspiring and exciting process. And if you are successful and the General Assembly approves, you become part of the network with the same rights and duties as any other Impact Hub. So this is quite cool, because it is a way to scale impact. this replication of as example of our network, how we can be worldwide in just 15 years in a sector that is related with social entrepreneur. They are not like investors or, there's no much money here. But money is not important when you have purpose. And when you are clever enough also to progress and to come.
To make it sustainable.
So this is it. That's why I'm sure you will visit other impact hubs in your route. Every impact hub is different because we are different companies.
Very happy to pass through and to visit all the cities that we are going to. And see the communities working in there, and
as an impact, also as an impact business as you are, you will be more than welcome in all of them.
Oh, thank you.
And you will see we are different companies, different ways, but the soul is the same, and you will feel this in every impact hub you are.
Wow, and. If you can give us a message for us that are starting a new business, we are in the beginning of our journey. For our community as well. So we believe that we have a lot to learn with all the journey from Impact Hub, and so what kind of advice or tip would you like to give us to be one of the ambassadors as well of the impact, and how we can create this community in a healthy way that make all of the projects that we call missions to flourish and to be that local stars that's going to make the difference.
Okay. I'm going to say something that maybe is not expectable, but social impact makers, in the last 2 decades, we presented ourselves as heroes. We have a problem. We need to save the planet. We need to make a fairer world. And I think it was good for self-esteem. But I don't think this is going to change the world. We are not heroes.
We're humans.
We're humans.
Yeah.
And impact in local context is about understanding the local, and it's about creating impact around you. So we are not saving the world. We are saving every little town. And this is the systemic impact we need to make a real change. So I would say, don't be heroes. I tried to be a hero a lot of time, and I don't anymore. Just believe in the power of local and your own context and create impact there. And then, if it's successful, scale, of course. But it's not about what is around you, it's also about you, how you feel and how you are, have self-esteem about you, and how you introduce to others, and this creates reality. So it's important.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you so much for your advice, and for sure, we have been in the daily, day by day. We breathe the impact. We breathe the purpose in that pulse inside of us, and sometimes we think that we can do it, and we can do it more, can do more, but we have to understand that we have our own limits as well, and rest in the net of the community as well. So it's a very precious message. Thank you for it.
Well, I like to finish just saying thank you to you, because what you are doing, all the resources you are investing in this trip, all the inspiration, all the energy, everything is in order to create this impact. And this is very generous. So thanks so much for giving this to the world. And I'm very, very happy to be part of it for a little pace. So thank you so much.
Thank you too. And how people can reach Impact Hub or make get in touch with?
Yeah. Actually, we are in most social media. They can find us searching for Impact Hub Madrid or what other Impact Hub in the city they are. And me, a very easy way to reach me is through LinkedIn. I am Alberto Alonso de la Fuente. I think it's just me because I didn't see any other one with my full name. So if they look at me in LinkedIn, Alberto Alonso de la Fuente, they will find me. And I'm publishing everything there, okay? My trip is published and my route, all the entrepreneurs and projects I've visited, everything is there. So, yes, I think it's the best way.
Okay, thank you so much for our conversation. I really appreciate it. And, well, let's to go for the next conversation in the next 2 weeks as well. See you soon. Bye.